Hello friends, how are you all? So once again we are on the Passionate Teachers group wherein we are learning new things about how to conduct effective online classes. Now one of that is interactive online sessions also. We have learned a lot about how to upload the material, how to send your lectures to the students and how to assess them also. But we all know that effective learning couldn't happen until unless once in a while the student and a teacher should meet to each other in face-to-face mode. Now there are already so many takers in the market like Google Meet, Teams, WebEx, Zoom, and now Jio has also entered in the market. Now Jio is a part of the Reliance Group company, and so today we are exploring Jio Meet for online classes. But before that, I would like to request that if you will like my video, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. That will give me a lot of motivation to make more videos for you, to find out more matter for you. Thank you. So let's start. Some of the key features of Jio Meet is it allows up to 100 people in a meeting with 9 people's live stream. That means you can see 9 people at a time in the Jio meeting, and it also offers high definition video. Okay friends, so to use Jio Meet, first we need to install Jio Meet. So for that, on the search option, you can simply type Jio Meet, and when you will say Jio Meet, it will show you a website which is jiomeetpro.geo, which help you to download the Jio Meet app on your device. The same thing you can do for your mobile from the Google Play Store. So when you will click on download, it will show you all the options available for the Apple, for the Windows, and for the Chrome options. Whatever you want to use, you can use one. Now since I have already in this app on my PC, so I'm just closing it. Now after installing, you can see I have the shortcut of that app here. So I just need to click on it and come. Now if you have installed it for the first time, then you need to sign up and you have to give the required details and you have to activate your account for this Jio Meet. Now in my case, I have already installed this app on my mobile phone and initiated that, so I just need to say sign in. So in sign in, I have to enter the email ID with which I have signed in this. So I am entering my email ID. So it's passionateteachers.group@gmail.com, and then I have to say proceed. So it is asking me for my password. Okay, once opened, it will look like this. Now here you can see that I have the option of a new meeting, scheduling a meeting in advance, then join a meeting. If I already have somebody's invite, then I can join the meeting, or I can share my screen also. On the top, I have the option of chat and other things. I'm going to show you the interface on the mobile side as a student also. So right now as a teacher, first I'm scheduling a meeting. So when I click on that, this kind of dialog box of schedule a meeting will appear. I have to enter a topic here. So let's say I'm taking a doubt clearing session with my 12th graders. So I'm writing it this way. Now I'm starting it. My start date should be Monday, and it will start. Now it will go 24 hours clock. So if I am scheduling my meeting for 11 o'clock morning, then it should be 11, right? And then I am entering duration. So I'm saying, okay, it should be 1 hour. Now Jio has given the flexibility of conducting the meeting up to 24 hours. This is what they are claiming. Now this is what, if you are a host right now as a teacher, you are a host. So if you want it that the video should switch on at the time of entering, you can keep it on, and you want that participant, your students video should be also on, it should keep on. Now calendar, you can you can link this calendar of yours, this meeting, with your Google Calendar or your Microsoft Calendar or any other calendar. That will help you to, whenever you are scheduling a meeting, it will help you to see or check if there are no clashes between your schedule. Then these are some advanced options which are very, very important to understand. Enable waiting room means if you are, let's say you have scheduled the meeting for 11 o'clock and for some network connectivity or for some any other reason you are running a little late and the students are already waiting there. So this option will enable your waiting room. The students will be waiting in the waiting lobby until you will come and start. Allow join before host. Now this I don't recommend that it will, otherwise if you will keep it checked, then students can even enter in the meeting and can start chit-chatting with each other without your presence. So as a teacher, when I'm doing this, then I should not allow the students to come before me. So when I should join as a host, after that I should allow the students to get entry from the waiting room. Now mute participants on entry. That's definitely I wanted that initially they should come and in a mute mode. Later on they can unmute and can always ask whatever they want. Don't allow guest users. Now this is up to you. If you are inviting somebody else from your organization to come as a guest, or then you need to keep it unchecked, but then they will be able to enter in the room as a guest users. So this we need to keep it unchecked, because maybe you are not using or inviting your students via email IDs, but you are inviting them via the link. So in that case you need to keep it unchecked and then say schedule. Now they have shown you this thing. Now your meeting start time is 11 in the morning India Standard Time, and it will end at 12:30. So we have taken 1.5 hours meeting slot. And now this is my meeting ID and this is my password. And I say copy invitation. Now my invitation is copied in my clipboard. Now I can simply go to, I simply go to my Gmail account and I can compose a mail, and I can enter the email IDs of all those people. So you can see this all is being copy and pasted here, and I just simply say send. They have given this link also, this link with whomsoever you are going to share this link. That person can click on this and can get attached to your meeting, can join your meeting directly also. Now I'm just closing it. Now, so we have already seen how to schedule a meeting. Now let's say I want to start a meeting, an instant meeting I want to start with. So I can click on this option to start an instant meeting. And in that, it is my choice that I can keep my video off or I can keep my video on. Right now, like I have switched off my video. And then this is again, if you want to, you want your mic to be switched on during the meeting time, you can keep it on or off as per your choice. Now, right now, you can see the participants are only one. And you can always go there and invite more participants by entering the email address or the phone numbers. If you have their contacts in your directly, you can always do that. Then you can copy the invitation also, and then you can send it via message also, right? And then at the same time you have you can mute everyone or you can unmute all these options. And I just wanted to show you, yes, you can share your screen also. Let's say, I want to present something. I can always share my screen, and then I can click on this and my screen will be shareable. So once you are done with your screen sharing, you can always say stop share. Now, beside this, there are a few more things which you should know. You can chat. Your students can also chat. You can type the group chats here. And then click on, once you are done with your meeting, when you click on end meeting. Now this is a very, very beautiful feature of this GeoMeet, that it asks you whether you want to end meeting for all or you just want to leave a meeting. Maybe you are the host, but then still you are leaving the meeting a little early, but you want others to carry on, then you will say just leave meeting. Whereas if you are a teacher and you have hosted this meeting with your students and you want that once I am out of the meeting, the students should not continue among each other, in that case you will click on end meeting for all. So that's how we can do an instant meetings also, or we can schedule a pre-meeting also and can send the invite. Now I can also join if I have the meeting ID, just as I shown you. You can enter that meeting ID or link here, and then you can give this name, or you want to check some other name, you can do that, and then you can join the meeting once you are done with this. Share screen I have already told you. So this is from the teacher's end, or if you are a host, this is from your end. Now I'm switching to my mobile interface, and from there I will show you how it looks like. Okay, let us quickly understand how the things will look like from the student's end. So this is the Gmail ID of my another account on which I have sent the invitation. When I click on it, you can see I have received a mail from Passionate Teachers. It's about the doubt clearing session. Now you can see that it has got a link also and the meeting ID and password. Now it is up to you how you want to share this information with your students. Do you want to copy this link and and share it via WhatsApp groups, or maybe you can copy it in your Google Classrooms, or you can just simply share meeting ID and password, and then you can share it with your students. In both cases the same, they will land up to a same meeting room. Now you can see I can open it with my GeoMeet since I have this app installed on my mobile phone. Now join options, you can have the name, you can change the name if you have any other name, or you can just continue with the same name, or you can also have the option to join with the switched on video and audio. You can simply click on join meet. Now what is it saying? It's saying meeting is yet to start, please join 15 minutes before meeting starts. So if you remember, in the advanced options we have make this marked this option that the meeting should not start until the host is not there. So until I am not there, the meeting will not get started. So this is all from my end today. I request you all, if you like this video and if you find all this information useful for you, please do like this video and subscribe my channel so that I get motivated to find out new tools for you and keep exploring and sharing the trainings with you. Thanks a lot.